things are about to start becoming rather interesting for you, my gorgeous Libra, but in particular, I am talking about the actual 18th of August. Okay, this is when things are going to take a really interesting turn indeed, and it's not only the 18th of August, but it's from the 18th of August until the end of that month. Oh my Lord, on the 18th of August, you're like literally, my gorgeous Libra, you're literally entering completely different dimension. This is so important because it's to do with your karma, it's to do with your spiritual journey, and it's most certainly to do with the reward, with a big and important reward. And I say this reward because purely this is connected to the time actually over the last 12 months, things that have been like a little bit on hold, things that have been like on a certain delay, things in your life that frustrated you, and it's to do with your passion so much. This is an important time from the 18th of August until the end of that month. I repeat, you are going to get hold of a very specific and a very important information. This is absolutely remarkable because it's almost immediately going to open your eyes. It's going to rejuvenate you. It's going to bring you wonderful energy, and this is nothing unusual because most certainly this is a lot to do with your spirituality and at the same time with your grounding. It is very interesting how things are going to unfold and how almost immediately on the 18th and after you are going to start feeling this wonderful burst of the actual energy, which is going to reflect on you so beautifully. It's not only about that, it's about the fact that you are going to be able to actually make a really important decision. It's to do with the judgment, but it's also to do with the ability that you are able to actually do this because you're reaching a very important stage when it comes to you. And now it's not only about the actual August, September is going to be just as important, most certainly, but the August, it's going to help you to lay down the perspective that you didn't have. Okay, and this is why, because it's all about the focus that you are going to get and gain in August, which is just going to become the beginning of something absolutely remarkable. If there is the most important month of the year that is just going to be directly connected to your own development, okay, then I would probably have to say it's at the actual August. September, it's going to be the time when things are going to start happening like, oh my Lord, lots of surprises indeed. But the August is the time, specifically the actual 18th of August is the time when you're actually going to feel and have such an important improvement. As I repeat, it's the particular information that you're going to have. It's going to open your eyes, but it's also on another hand going to be so important for your personal development. At the same time, it's to do with the actual outcome of the past effort as well, and it's to do with your own personal rebirth because you have been waiting for this particular moment. It's so good because it's going to boost your creativity, and it's most certainly also going to start an important transition, an important change, a reversal of those things that have been bringing you down, the reversal of those things that have been kind of like making you a little bit unhappy because maybe the certain things just slowly came to an end. So it's really important for you also to realize what this is and where this necessary and certain adjustments and readjustments also needs to be made. It is the time of the actual sacrifice, of course, because it's about a readjustment, but then again, at the same time, you will become aware of what exactly needs to go and what exactly needs to come into your life. What needs to go and what needs to come into your life at the same time. This is going to become rather obvious. It's to do with readjustment, regeneration, and rebirth, most certainly. And that is going to lead towards the actual transformation. This is a specifically brilliant time. Throughout August, it's going to be remarkable. Like if you can just like kind of change things around as much as you can, because if you go with this wonderful energy, if you go with this amazing flow, and the flow of energy is going to be rather similar like what is it's actually happening every single new moon. Every single new moon, we work with a certain vibration. We work with a certain energies, and it's really great to focus and see what can we actually maybe get rid of in our life, and also at the same time, what can we bring in. This is all going to boil down to a very powerful moment at the end of the month when you're going to be provided with an absolutely mind-blowing vision. A mind-blowing vision is going to be good for you for so many different things, you know. You're going to feel something so strong. You're going to feel something so specific. You're going to feel something so powerful. This is to do with you, with who you are, with your passion. But that in itself is going to really brush up on your self-esteem and on your confidence, and in return it's going to provide you with the actual control over the situation, control over your life, like how you didn't feel in a long time because you simply weren't too sure which way to go. You may not even know what am I talking about right now, but by the time you get to the actual last part of August, you know, things are going to start becoming crystal clear, because it's all about this strong perspective that you are going to have, strong perspective that you are going to feel. It's an important time because also, you know, a very powerful negotiation is at the same time going to take place in between the actual 18th of August and at the end of that month. So very powerful negotiation is actually going to take place, and you are going to be part of it, which on another hand means that also at the same time, if you do need to have a certain negotiations, if you do need to start important process, if you are looking for work and things like that, you know, if you are looking to expand your knowledge, to expand your experience, you know, this is going to be wonderful from the 18th until the end of the month, because the energy is going to be absolutely perfect. The energy is going to be absolutely right, and you're going to get so much more, and you're going to achieve so much more than you actually normally would. Absolutely remarkable moment in time, and it's most certainly to do with your passion. It's most certainly to do with the fire within you, and it's just going to also be like bam bam bam, big wake up call. Big wake up call, and you're gonna feel, why don't I do this, what I always wanted to do, or what I always wanted to do? Why don't I focus on what I wanted to focus? It's some little voice from the past is just going to keep on coming over and over and over and over until you pay attention to it, and that is directly going to be connected to the vision that I'm actually talking about, which is going to be happening, which is going to manifest for you at the end of August 2020. Just remember, you will be able to reach for things you weren't able to reach for before, and use these opportunities, you know, use this time wisely, you know, throw yourself into all sorts of situations from the actual 18th of August until the end of that month, because it's going to be super beneficial for you, super powerful for you. Any processes that you can start, any type of justice or any kind of signature, or even things that have been like kind of bothering you for a long time and you don't like dealing with, you know, use this time, because this is the time when you're going to feel super wise. And this is nothing unusual, because at the same time you will be projecting this very strong and powerful energy, and that can only, my gorgeous Libras, that can only work in your favor. Just imagine, just one more thing, it's from the 18th of August until the end of that month. Just imagine the air, the actual land, you know, that the earth is going to be super fertile in every single possible way. When it comes to you, when it comes to your power, when it comes to your way of thinking, just remember that your way of thinking is going to be super significant, which means that you need to be as optimistic as you can. You need to do as much as you can. And the more you do, more you're going to achieve. The more you do, more you're going to make. The more you do, the more good, brilliant outcome you're actually going to have. So just be as busy as you possibly can from the 18th of August until the end of that month. You know, you may be like retired, for example, but this is also just as important time for everyone who is a Libra, because you are going to have a little readjustment. This is all boiling down to one particular thing. It's to do with an amazing readjustment, which is going to be which is going to continue throughout September. Indeed, so the September is going to be ridiculously similar like the actual August. But on another hand, when it comes to your own success, when it comes to your own achievement, the second stage, the next stage is going to be in the actual September. There is so much that is going to be happening, and this is very important because, as I said, this is all to do with you, with your initiative, with the great determination and strength that you are going to have at the same time. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Libra, and it's for August 2020, and it's for you, my gorgeous Libra, and it's for August 2020. You know you're gonna like this month. It's about a reconnection with someone so special and so beautiful and so powerful in your life. Somebody who's meant to be in your life a bit more. Somebody who's meant to be in your life a bit more, but maybe that person is missing. And sometimes when people are missing in our lives, you know, it doesn't mean that we don't love each other anymore. It doesn't mean that there are not emotions. It means completely opposite. I mean, what I mean by that, it means that it doesn't mean that that's affecting your emotions or your relationship. I'm talking about the people in your life. I'm not talking about lovers, boyfriend, girlfriend, ex-husbands, ex-wives and things like that. I'm talking about real people in your life, which are, there is one person in particular is going to make a huge difference. You know, it's to do with reconnection, but also it's to do with what you're going to be told this month, my gorgeous Libra, because through that, what you're going to be told through someone who really knows you, you will be able to kind of come to terms with something, but also at the same time it's going to happen at the right moment, at the right time, so you will be able to recognize things around you that you wouldn't be able to recognize, in particular when it comes to the actual new possibilities, okay? In particular when it comes to new relationships, in particular when it comes to the actual new approach to problems, okay? Because this is going to help you to spiritually grow like there is no tomorrow. It's about a new knowledge in general you're going to gain this month, but then again, new knowledge when it comes to your own spirituality. This is going to enhance you so much, my gorgeous Libra. It is the balance that you will have, that you're going to feel like you haven't felt in a long time. And you, my babies, are all about the balance. You're very sensitive, you're very emotional, but then again, at the same time, you're very deep, you're very powerful, you're very beautiful, and you're very unique. You're in touch with yourself, you're in touch with your intuition, and you're in touch with your earthly energies at the same time. Sometimes that can make you kind of like quite sensitive towards the energy that's happening around you, but sometimes, you know, this is really greatly working in the best favor, you know, to you most certainly, because there is an important promise that you are going to have. But this month is going to lead into something huge, my Libra. Seriously, please let me tell you this. The more you do this month, the more you're gonna get out of it in general, okay? It's not only necessarily from the 18th of August, but throughout the August, you know, you really need to throw yourself into all sorts of situations. Your number, my babies, is number 21. My gorgeous Libras, your number is 21. This is all about recognizing something so special, something so powerful, something so specific about your life, that it's not only going to be something, oh yeah, you know, I'm going to do this. No, baby, no. This is going to be big. And it's also going to point you towards the direction that you wouldn't be pointed towards. So this is where that specific change happens and comes when it comes to August and when it comes to you, because it's about you recognizing this. But then on another hand, you know, you will be also recognized, you know, your work will be recognized. But where you were paying your, directing your attention, this is going to be recognized. What you wanted to achieve, this is going to be recognized. Where you wanted to get, this is going to be recognized. What you wanted to do, this is going to be recognized. And it's going to be brilliant because it's going to be connected to the certain opportunity almost immediately, to the greatest honor, because you will know this is going to make you feel so good. And it's all about your own capability, and it's all about an important reward from hard work, but it's to do with the success, admiration from others, from the right people in your life, which is going to mean to you the world of absolutely everything. It's brilliant. You know, Libra, let me tell you like this. By the time we get to the end of August, there is, you know what's going to be on your mind? An ultimate, huge, massive, enormous, powerful, colorful, passionate change. An ultimate change. And this is what is going to be your main factor, which is going to be driving you through and right until the end of the year. This is going to be completely connected to the beginning of the new stage, which is going to be going on for a while, and then by the time you get to July 2021, by the time we get to July 2021, next year, July, it's going to bring you a remarkable opportunity, a remarkable outcome, the remarkable next stage of everything that was happening this month. No, baby, no. Again, I'm not saying that you need to wait until July 2021, until the next year. No. This is just me stepping away from the picture as far as I possibly can, and just to explain you how big this is actually going to be, and how much this is actually going to affect you. It's brilliant. You need to remember that you're going to have a moment this month. Your number is 21. This is a powerful number. This is the powerful number which is bringing a number 2. It's a strong number. Certain things are going to get together. Things are going to start falling into the places where they're meant to be indeed. This is number 2. Number 1, power, strength, the new beginning, spirituality, and important signs, and important synchronicities. This is all going to take place, my gorgeous Libras. This is very, very important. And you just need to remember that at some point you will feel like it's going to be a bit of a testing situation when you're going to feel really tired and you're going to feel really drained. And that particular day, it's going to take quite a lot out of you. And that it's also going to resolve in you feeling the world in a slightly different way. Just like a feeling like a being part of the different dimension, where you're going to be tested a little bit. Your commitments are going to be tested. Your way of thinking is going to be tested, but especially in particular when it comes to the certain effort that you have been putting into something, but it didn't work out. Listen to me, my baby. Listen to me, my gorgeous Libra. It's going to be like a bit of a tricky situation, because it's to do with an effort that you were like putting the energy towards, that you were putting the energy in, that were building you. It was building your power. And this is where you're going to feel like a little bit, oh God, my God, am I going to do this? No, this is not going to work out. No, baby, no. It's going to be a little tricky situation where you're going to think like, oh God, should I continue with this effort or no? You most certainly need to continue until with that particular effort until the full success is attained. Most certainly, this is going to bring you an amazing time of joy and pleasure. And also, it's just going to be connected to the certain specific little journey that you are going to be making this month, that is going to surprise you, but it's also going to be mind-blowing moment in time, because it's going to bring you realization. It's going to get you closer to the new stage, to the certain path where what you wouldn't normally notice. And this is all about the focus, invocation, and unfoldment. But on another hand, it's about your own specific personal activation. It's absolutely brilliant. It is a little bit of a funny situation when it comes to the little hidden enemy. You need to pay attention to this. I'm sorry, my gorgeous Libra, but there is a little snaky in the grassy here, and there is a little hidden enemy that you are going to find out here around you. But then again, at the same time, you will not be too surprised about it, and that is actually going to really work in your fantastic favor, because actually, to be quite honest with you, that particular hidden enemy that you're going to find around you, it's going to be directly responsible for you kind of turning yourself towards the situation that you wouldn't normally turn yourself towards, which is going to create an obstacle But that obstacle, it's just going to be it's going to be resolved, and this is brilliant, and this is why this is going to work in your favor, and that immediately it's going to actually put you towards the certain deep concentration, application, study, because the reflection, you're going to feel a very strong reflection, in particular respect for knowledge. You know, you need to pay attention here, my gorgeous Libra, because when you hear an important news, you are going to have an important news, and from where you hear this, from who you hear this, there is a very strong appreciation going to be how you're going to feel about that person. Like, it could be somebody very specific in your life, it could be somebody who you know, it could be somebody who you really appreciate, but there is some kind of like a very, very strong feelings and emotions that you feel about this person, because it's about appreciation. That person is going to be directly responsible for you having this news, you reaching and receiving this particular news. At the time when you receive that particular news, you see, I just want to say to you that this is important, because now that is going to be the time when you will know that there is going to be required from you to kind of brush up on the certain knowledge. A new pathway is going to be open at the same time, and it's going to require from you to see what do you need to kind of find out a bit more when it comes to you, when it comes to your personal life, in order to expand yourself and in order to go on the next stage. It's all going to be quite significant and important and rather connected at the same time. You are going to have a really an important month when it comes to your own accomplishment, and that is going to bring you confidence. This is very important, because at the same time, you know, it's to do with the stability, you know, it's to do with the things that you wanted to do, is to do with the things that you wanted to achieve, but they were very, very slow and they just haven't been happening. So this is now the month when things are going to start moving on, like really beautifully. As I said, we got boiled down that this month, my gorgeous Libra, let me tell you, this month is going to bring you new possibilities. This month is going to bring you new relationships. This month is going to bring a new approach to old problems, and this is what you're going to find quite interesting at the same time. But this is nothing unusual, because spiritually you are growing beautifully, and also this is going to have a strong karmic effect on you, which means that at some point, like within the last 7 months, you did something really nice, you did something really good for someone, so now this is going to get back to you really nicely as a reward. So this is all beautifully connected, but it's the new knowledge that you will have. Remember this, my gorgeous Libra. New knowledge you will have, new knowledge you will get, new knowledge you will receive, and at the same time you will need to know that you will need to pay attention to that and take it elsewhere. By saying taking elsewhere, you will need to kind of have a strong reflection on it and see what can you do with it, how can you take it on the next stage, how can you make something out of it, how can you focus on it and make the most of it as much as you possibly can. It's to do with a very important completion in your life, transformation, transition, but it's also most importantly to do with the new beginning that you are going to have by the end of this month, which is going to carry on in September. In September it's going to be even busier, my gorgeous Libras, indeed. Okay, so now when it comes to your health, you see, this is important, my gorgeous Libras. You really need to pay attention to your immune system. This is, and also you're going to be prone to like a very sensitive when it comes to infections in general. So try to make sure that you are taking something to boost your immune system as usual, something like organic acerola cherry powder in the morning, if you can take this, and also if you can take a natural zinc, if you can take a natural vitamin D, and this combination is going to be remarkable to boost your immune system, and it's also going to be good against infections because it's going to help to your body indeed. On another hand, your actual digestion is going to be quite sensitive. Try to drink something like organic aloe vera juice. It's very good for digestion. Try to get some friendly bacteria in yogurt, in things like that. And also natural doses of B vitamins. B vitamins are very important when it comes to our whole digestive system, and it's very, very good for you. On another other hand, one more thing, try to avoid, as I said before, I know, try to avoid the actual deodorants with aluminium. Try to get deodorants without aluminium, because it's going to be much better for you. And this month in particular, you will find yourself being quite sensitive more to aluminium. One more thing, I'm sorry, your mouth, inside your mouth is going to be quite sensitive, your gums, you know, so that's why try to avoid like toothpaste with fluoride and a mouthwash with fluoride. Try to get a toothpaste without fluoride and mouthwash without fluoride. And what I said before, vitamin C and zinc are both going to be absolutely remarkable when it comes to your gums, your gum health and your gum healing at the same time. It's going to help you quite nicely. And also, I know this is going to sound weird, but try to if you're able to go to the forest, please, you're going to find this super rejuvenating. If you're able to be by the water, you're going to find this super rejuvenating. River, lake, the sea, you know. And also, you know, spending time next to the tree or even hugging the tree is going to be remarkable for your own personal vibration, because a lot is going to be happening. So this is going to be quite interesting and quite good when it comes to you rejuvenating yourself. You rejuvenate yourself, but at the same time, you rejuvenate the trees. Just the energy that you're borrowing from each other, and at the same time you help each other so much. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether these supplements can interact with your existing medications or not. Now, my gorgeous Libra, Libera, 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 libera. Now the 4th of August, my gorgeous Liberas, this is the time, you know. It's just to do with the basically, you know, with an obstacle that you had from before, with an obstacle going back to 11 months. Within the last 11 months, you had a certain obstacle that actually affected you, and it brought you down a little bit. It affected your energy. It affected your vibration. When that happens, you know, it's just basically affects our planning, you know, in particular when it comes to the future planning, without us even realizing. And then that, on another hand, drains our energy, and then we just kind of focus on things that we just go off a little bit, you know, off the road, and we focus on things that are not primarily things that we should be actually focusing on. So now the 4th of August, it's going to bring an important time when it comes to the actual great determination, initiative, strength, activity, power, success. It's absolutely wonderful. But also on the 4th of August, you know, when it comes to fertility, you know, this is, if you want a baby, you know, it's like, don't be surprised, you know. The 4th of August is also quite strong when it comes to the actual fertility as well. On another hand, you know, you are going to have a very strong and deep emotional feeling. In return, this is going to be quite vavavoommish indeed, because this initiative as well, all these things that I said, all these feelings and emotion are going to really beautifully influence you, and they're going to have a beautiful impact on you, because you are most certainly going to have a very deep and emotional feeling, and that in itself is going to be absolutely remarkable, because on another hand, it is just going to allow you to understand a certain progress about yourself and about your life that you didn't give your credit to yourself for. So this is why this is so important, and that in itself is going to get rid of the certain obstacle, and it's going to give you a reason for celebration later on. It's all about this inspiration that is going to come through this amazing progress. And another thing, what I was going to say, successful dealings, it's going to take place, you know, and this is important. I want to say that there is the certain reorganization that you're going to need to pay attention to. The 4th of August will be important to think about reorganization, okay? Because that reorganization is going to help you so much, in particular when it comes to the actual time of, like, you felt a little bit like you felt like a little bit negative, you were affected emotionally. So now this is just going to be kind of the pure reflection of that, the pure reflections of these emotions, you know, the pure reflection of these feelings. Sorry, Libra, I'm just looking for sorry about this, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so now In the arms of the angel, fly away from here. My gorgeous Libra, you give me goosebumps. Yeah, so basically, yeah, it's to do with the actual, the time when you felt like a little bit pain, the time that you felt that the things were ruined, the time that you felt like a little bit of sadness and desolation and a little bit of tears, a little bit of sorrow, a little bit of trouble, not now, but this was over the last 10 months, specific moments, when you felt like this, I know this is going to sound weird, I know this is going to sound bizarre, but most certainly now you're going to start finding this quite beneficial, because along the way there were other things that were unfolding and happening to you around you that you weren't aware of, that now they're going to become pretty obvious, my gorgeous Libra. So that's why this is so important. Just be brave. Through your own bravery, you're going to find out your own capacity. Just be brave, be brave, be brave, my gorgeous Libra. The second important date is going to be on the 22nd of August. Okay, this is the time where you will hear about the success. This is the time of success, but in particular when it comes to material attainment, security, very strong indication that you're on the right path, very strong indication that you're on the right journey. This is going to be so superb when it comes to you, and when it comes to the actual you finding yourself in an advanced stage, advantage here, an important advantage, and that is going to reflect beautifully on those of you who have been suffering from the actual ailments, the problems that you didn't see any improvements. Now you should start seeing improvements here. It's to do with the victory in particular when it comes to one of the biggest difficulties that you had that affected your stability. So it's to do with a certain wish. Okay, my gorgeous Libra, let me tell you like this. It's to do, the 22nd of August is to do with a certain wish, something really big, something really, really important is actually going to take place. And I really have a feeling to do this. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here. I love you. Okay, so now you see happiness, yeah, dun, 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 dun. Happiness, my gorgeous Libra. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is going to make you feel really happy because it's to do with a certain wish, and that wish was an obstacle for a long time. So now this is going to bring you happiness, focus, radiance, harmony, and important activation in your life. On another hand, this is connected to the time when you blamed yourself that you did certain mistake and you went off a little bit, so now you're just going to find yourself back. So it's brilliant. Okay, but I'm not gonna lie to you, there is a bit of like a tower situation that we are having here, This tower situation is just basically like something to do with an unhappiness, and something to do with like, it's to do with a time when you felt certain inability to act in a certain way, But the bottom line is, that there is a little bit of a tower situation that you are going to have, which means that something is really going to surprise you. You're going to be thrown out, oh my God, like this. You're going to be really surprised. But then again, it's not going to affect you. And then again, it's brilliant because it's going to help you to make a certain abandonment. You will know what to cut out of your life. You will know what to pay attention to in your life. You will know what will need to go in your life, because this is good. If you didn't have this tower situation, then you wouldn't basically be able to kind of respond to this unexpected event, which is going to cause you a little bit of loss of stability, just a little bit, but then in the long run it's going to work brilliantly for you, because that in itself is just going to be connected to your destiny, to your fortune, to your fate, to an absolutely remarkable outcome indeed, because it's going to take your life on an advanced stage, you know, and it's to do with the culmination and important conclusion. Now what we are saying, now we are getting to this important conclusion that you are going to have, that in itself is going to help you, make you realize, oh my God, it's to do with a new beginning, you know. At the same time, an unexpected event is going to happen, and your response is going to surprise you, because this is going to be so brilliant, because you're going to respond in a way that it's not going to be known to you. You're going to respond in a way that is going to be new to you, that is going to surprise even you. But that in itself is going to be remarkable at the same time, my gorgeous Libra, because this in itself, this is the beginning of something absolutely mind-blowing, something mental, something mind-blowing, and it's to do with an adventure. It's something that is going to bring you so much enthusiasm, and it's connected to the whole new initiative, okay? And that new initiative, it's all about the new possibility with unlimited, the new opportunity, with unlimited possibilities. Remarkable, mind-blowing indeed. Look, even when I take a little card out, you see, look. Patience, you see, you had patience for this. And also when it happens, you just need to remember that you need to be a little bit patient, and this is going to unfold in itself really remarkably. But you were, on another hand, you were patient for this moment, but after this moment in time, you're just going to need to be patient a little bit more, and then this is going to take place. It's to do with your passion, okay? It's to do with why you are here on this earth, because every single one of us is here for the specific reason. We're all good, we're all brilliant, we're all fantastic for something. We're all unique, beautiful spirits indeed. The third important date, it's going to be the 30th of August, 30, my gorgeous Libra. This is going to be like, oh Lord, you know, you're going to feel like a little bit of emotional confusion. It's going to be like a little bit strange day. It's going to be a little bit bizarre day. And you're going to feel like, you know, like part of the slightly different dimension. That's purely because you are going to be. But then again, it is just basically going to be connected maybe to the certain, something is going to change a little bit, you know, at the same time. And it's just going to make you feel like, oh God, you know, things are not exactly the same, you know, and this is going to get you a little bit. But then again, just remember that this is the whole new harmony that is going to come through. The whole new harmony is going to come forward, and what you're going to need to do is work on the management, work on the adjustment, work on the readjustment. This is very important, because beautifully, someone beautiful and influential in your life, it's also going to happen to be the right moment at the right time, and it's going to confirm something for you. It's going to confirm this, and on another hand, it's all about the success and successful combination at the same time. Teamwork and working with the people and discussing things with the people, it's very important at this moment in the time as well. If you need to kind of like work with other people or talk to other people, or, you know, in order to resolve certain issues, this is going to be quite a good time indeed. But on another hand, just pay attention, you know, because pay attention, because there is going to be the little omen that you are going to have. There is going to be a little omen, little sign that you are going to have at the same time, you know, on the 30th of August, okay? And the sign that you are going to have, it's going to be also like a little bird that is going to have something unusual about it. You see, you're not the first sign that is going to have a little bird like an omen. This is nothing unusual indeed, because purely it's going to try to let you know, this little bird, you know, you will know there's something that's going to be quite interesting about it. There is something going to be quite unusual about it. Maybe it's just going to appear in front of your window. Maybe it's just going to appear in front of you outside. Maybe it's just going to be flying in a weird way. Maybe this bird is going to have a strange color. Maybe this bird is going to have like a really, maybe something very cute. Something is going to be quite unusual or different about it, or the way it's acting. So when you see that little bird, you will know very soon after that you're gonna end up in like some kind of situation where you're just not going to be able to explain why you are having such a strong feeling when it comes to your partner. past, when it comes to things in your past, when it comes to your memories, when it comes to your past influences, there are things going to be on your mind that have vanished, but then at the same time, it's about this nostalgia. But most importantly, when you see that omen, when you see that bird, pay attention to what is on your mind. What is on your mind? Because this is what this bird is going to do for you. This is what this special little message, this bird is going to bring you a message to pay attention to what was on your mind at exactly that time when you saw that little bird, or maybe earlier on in the day. What were you worrying about? What were you thinking about? This bird is here to let you know that it's an important time is coming, an important resolution and solution to your problem you're going to have, which is going to help you to have such a nice little jump, and it's going to help you to have a swift change, and at the same time a very, very important message you're going to get. So when you see that little bird, also an important message you are going to get, and how to go over, how to work through it, work with it, is by the fact that reflections from the past are going to bring you a mind-blowing insight, and you will know what to do, because there's a little part of you from the past that is missing, and you need to bring it in. That's the puzzle that's missing, and once you bring it in, the whole picture is going to be completely different, and things that weren't making sense will start making sense indeed, because it's about this capacity that you're going to have at the same time. Okay. What else I was going to say? Yes, one more card. You see, this is what I had a feeling to do again, an oracle card. The patience again, remarkable. Just have patience. If somebody is trying to rush you into something in the end of August, my gorgeous Libra, just basically do not rush into anything. If someone is in particular trying to rush you into a certain situation, try to just always step away from the situation and deal with that later. Only one night later, your answer is going to be completely different, but most importantly, you are going to be certain of things that you were uncertain about. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Libra, the first week of August is going to be like, you're just going to have this, you're going to be full of beams, you're going to be full of energy, and vibration is going to reflect on you beautifully. It's to do with the wishful thinking that it's time to move on from it, because maybe you were focusing towards something, towards a certain thing in your life, and it slowly came to an end, and now this powerful vibration is just also going to help you to realize this, because it's going to help you to connect within yourself on a much deeper level from the beginning of the month. So it's the wishful thinking. It's actually going to be so brilliant, because the things are going to change, and if you do this now, right now, slightly earlier than the actual August, then you would be like, oh no way, no baby, no. But now August is going to bring this whole new dimension, which is just going to bring you control over a situation, and that within itself is going to help you to make this decision. It's to do with the wishful thinking that is slowly coming to an end, and it's most certainly it was affecting you, because it was like creating this imbalance. So now you're gonna have a reason for the celebration, because that in itself, you're gonna realize how much obstacle was actually creating. So you need to realize what you need to move on from. You really need to realize this, because once you do that, you're going to feel so much lighter, baby. You will be flying Libra. Yeah, but it's good, because that in itself, it's not only going to give you reason for celebration, it's going to bring you inspiration, it's going to bring you beautiful energy, it's going to bring a very beneficial moment in many different ways, but also, most importantly, it's going to bring you an important vision, in particular when it comes to the certain limited success. Something that you thought is limited, blah, 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 and now it's going to be nice flip-flop moment situation, which is going to bring you a wonderful vision here. So pay attention. This is a God's gift indeed. The mid-August is going to, some little naughty person here is just going to try to wind you up a little bit. Somebody's going to be around you wanting like a little bit of a conflict. Please, this is also so important to rise above this situation. And this is also just like a little bit of test that you are going to be under. It's not about you arguing with them or something like that, responding in this negative way, but it's about you dealing with in the correct correct way, and then very soon by the end of the month you shall have a reward for it, because it's just going to help you with a resolution, with an important resolution. And also it's very important because it's just going to show you the way, to show you the way when it comes to the certain safety, when it comes to the certain security, which way to go. It's important on another hand because it's all about the actual delays and lack of motivation that you had. Now, you just need to pay attention to your own intuition, because your own intuition is going to reveal what to do with the certain delays, what to do with a certain lack of motivation, but it's also at the same time going to reveal the certain hidden agenda, which is most certainly going to prove something to you, confirm something to you, and that in itself is going to become a time of inspiration and potential, which is important. And out of the powerless time, you're just going to have a moment of liberation. Liberation, liberation, liberation. Libera, liberation. Libera, liberation. So now by the time we get to the last part of August, it's your lucky time, It's important to say that it's your lucky time, the last part of August, because it's just basically going to bring you realization, about where you had like a certain setbacks when it comes to your finances and things like that have been affecting you. Now this is the last week of August. It's all about the luxury and culmination, which means that on another hand, it's a great time to look for the work. If you're looking for work, to look for a job. If you're looking for a job, it's to pay attention to your vision, to pay attention to your dreams, to pay attention to your thoughts, to pay attention to what is the very first thing on your mind every single morning, At the end of August in particular, specifically, pay attention to what is on your mind every single morning, my gorgeous Libra, at the end of August in particular, because something absolutely mind-blowing, crazy, ludicrous, it's going to be revealed to you. Not crazy, ludicrous, but it's just like realization, and it's going to surprise you, but it's going to help you how to deal with a certain problem. But you're going to be surprised about a certain strength and confidence and power that you're going to feel and have, and this is nothing unusual. Just make sure you understand, be as open, be as possible, be as optimistic as possible. And also the last part of August is the most powerful when it comes to the actual manifestation, when it comes to making little rituals, when it comes to focusing on things. But also, there are a couple of surprises that you're going to have, but they are most certainly going to be good. It is to do with the actual synchronicity as well. Pay attention to the actual synchronicity, my gorgeous Libra. At the end of August, you're going to have a synchronicity. So any type of synchronicity you see, let's say that you see the number 777, 222, every single time when you see a synchronicity, look. Wisdom. Look at this, my gorgeous Libra. At the end of August, every single time when you see this at the end of August, my gorgeous Libra, you see when you when you see the certain synchronicity, you will know that this is the time when you're very, 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 very wise. This is the time when you're very, very, very clever. You see, I'm not saying that you're not clever or anything like that, but I'm just saying that this is going to be an important time of wisdom, and that in itself is going to happen with the right balance. And that in itself, it's also going to make you think in a slightly different way. It's like a really expansion of your mind. So that in itself is going to help you to deal with a problem, with a certain issue, and it's going to surprise you the way, which strength you actually and bravery are going to feel. And this is nothing unusual, because wisdom card also, it shows your own capacity at the same time, And also, this is the time of transformation, my gorgeous Libra. You see little butterflies, so this is nothing unusual. But on another hand, it's to do with the moment when you're going to hear about a certain inheritance, or perhaps certain money is owed to you, and this is the time when you're going to hear about it. And on another hand, it's a great time for enlightenment, vitality, for the meditation, to ground yourself. It's very important. And the very good news, the worst is over. This is how you're going to feel. The worst is over. And this is going to be remarkable, because it's to do with something that was affecting you, and something that was preventing you to make a necessary judgment. So now, by the time we get to the last part of August, you will be able to make a very, very important judgment, and this is to do with your next step, and the fact that you've got more resources than you possibly need to actually move on with your life. Okay, so now my gorgeous Libra, I'm actually going to shuffle these cards. Where are my cards? Where are my cards? Where are my cards? Where are my cards? Okay, so now my gorgeous Libra, also I was going to say, please, 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 if you would like to support my channel, at the bottom of my description you will see my merchandising, my Teespring store, and it's just a certain new lines that I designed myself, I made them myself. So if you would like to support my channel, you can buy some top or t-shirt or whatever you wish to buy in my shop, and the link to support my channel to my shop is in the description below. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, my gorgeous Libra, and I'm going to see what is going to happen with those of you in relationship. Queen of Swords, like she was like screaming out, I'm going to come out. Now, Queen of Swords, it's like absolutely remarkable here, because it's to do with an important satisfaction and accomplishment. You as a couple are going to have an important satisfaction, an important accomplishment, and it's just going to be brilliant because it's all about the rejuvenation, it's all about feeling re-energized, it's all about feeling happy, it's a lot to do with the actual love, joy, devotion, you know, and I can see there's the pleasure in the daily existence, but also you will want to kind of celebrate your love, celebrate your relationship, and take your relationship on the next stage, on the next level, by making an important decision. You as a couple are going to make a very important decision this month, and this is going to be the life-changing decision for both of you, and it's going to be good, it's going to be brilliant. Okay, very, very good indeed. It's to do with the determination, it's to do with the new initiative, it's to do with the strength, but also it's to do with the fact and the time that the time is right. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to say, ooh, Libra, Libra, Libra. It looks like somebody is going to start walking into your life. Ace of Coins, surprise, surprise. Sorry. Somebody is going to start walking into your life. Things are going to start changing for you, but it's going to be so interesting because that is going to happen. There is someone who is going to walk into your life, and you are going to surprise yourself the way you're going to act, the way you're going to react, and it's to do with a certain bravery, and you are going to do something slightly different with this person, in front of this person, and you're going to like this, so you're going to be very proud of yourself. But on another hand, you know, you are going to basically realize that this person that you are going to meet is going to be at around the time when you're thinking about a certain departure, at around the time when you're thinking about a certain journey, at around the time when you're thinking about the advancement into the unknown at the same time. There are lots of little questions that you are going to have at the same time. When I say a journey, it could only be like a journey 1 kilometer away, you know, 1 mile away, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter, you know, it's just the energy of changing the actual place where you are at the moment. This is going to be the moment in time when someone very interesting is about to walk into your life, my gorgeous Libra, and this is very exciting because it's going to be someone very special, it's going to be someone very different, and also it's going to happen at the time when you least expect it. And let me just remind you that it's going to be connected to the new place, new area, and it's also going to be connected, this person, to the certain continuation. Okay, very important, because this person is about to bring lots of beauty, lots of beautiful feelings and emotions into your life that were missing, but also because your spiritual journey is evolving really super fast. There are going to be few things that are going to surprise you about you fancying this particular person, but maybe there is just something that's going to be a little bit different, but this is nothing unusual because your spirit is about to evolve, so therefore your feelings are evolving at the same time. My gorgeous Libras, you know, one step at a time, you know, one step at a time. But I'm telling you, be prepared to be swept off your feet, my gorgeous Libras, because this is going to affect your balance in the best possible way. Okay, my gorgeous Libras, I love you all so, so much. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Libras. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.